In the rich tapestry of NBA history, we've had the privilege of witnessing numerous extraordinary playoff journeys undertaken by some of the sport's greatest luminaries. From Bill Russell's remarkable 8 consecutive titles in the 1960s to the unselfish championship performances of Bird and Magic in the 1980s, to Michael Jordan's remarkable multiple three-peats in the 1990s, to the more recent Warriors dynasty from the last decade, the NBA has undergone significant transformations since its inception in 1947. Among the league's most iconic figures, Kobe Bryant stands tall, having left an indelible mark on the game, comparable to only a select few. However, in this episode we uncover why Kobe Bryant hasn't always found public and media recognition to be so forthcoming. Bryant's legacy has regrettably been subject to many baseless allegations and misguided narratives propagated by some sections of the media. These unfounded claims include assertions that he was carried to 3 championships by Shaquille O'Neal, or that he was a selfish, inefficient player who harmed his teams. These falsehoods persist, fueled in part by certain corners of social media, but initially stoked by sensationalized media outlets hell-bent on tarnishing Bryant's legacy. These slights extended even to the MVP awards, where Kobe was often overlooked in favor of other candidates. To put Bryant's MVP candidacy into context, consider that only 6 players in NBA history have finished in the top 5 in MVP voting 10 or more times. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar holds the record with an astonishing 15 such seasons, followed closely by LeBron James with 14. Bill Russell achieved it 11 times, while Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain each managed 10. Remarkably, Kobe Bryant also notched this accomplishment 11 times. However, unlike the others who won the award multiple times, Kobe only secured 1 MVP title. For perspective, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, with 9 top 5 finishes each, claimed 3 MVPs apiece. Moses Malone, with 5 top 5 finishes, secured the award 3 times. Steph Curry, in 4 top 5 finishes, won it twice. Meanwhile, Steve Nash, with just 3 top 5 finishes, managed to secure 2 MVP trophies. It is worth noting that one of those years was arguably the greatest scoring season ever put forth by one Kobe Bryant, while he was also named All-NBA Defensive First Team. The media's animosity towards Kobe Bryant was not a matter of conjecture, it was an undeniable truth. Their relentless efforts to undermine him throughout his career only added fuel to the ongoing misconceptions about him, including those surrounding his 2008 to 2010 playoff runs. One persistent myth suggests that Kobe had a super team during those playoff campaigns, despite having only one other All-Star on the roster. Astonishingly, he remains the sole NBA player to secure consecutive championships without a top 75 all-time player by his side. This incredible feat occurred in the midst of a supremely competitive Western Conference, widely considered one of the toughest in NBA history. Notably, during this period, an alleged super team, the Boston Celtics, thrived out east, boasting 3 Hall of Famers and 3 top 75 players. These Celtics were responsible for ousting LeBron James from the playoffs during the 2008 and 2010 seasons. LeBron's departure in 2010, after a playoff loss to the Celtics, led to a shift in the competitive balance of the NBA that lasted nearly a decade. It's intriguing to note that while LeBron James is often forgiven for forming super teams, Kobe's extraordinary playoff run during those years is curiously downplayed. Some even argue that Kobe didn't deserve the Finals MVP in 2010, claiming that he was rescued by Ron Artest, also known as Metta World Peace, and Pau Gasol. However, as is often the case in sports, context is key. At that time, the media had developed a profound infatuation with LeBron, christening him the Chosen One and the self-proclaimed king. In 2010, LeBron secured his 2nd consecutive league MVP award, having led the NBA in regular season wins and secured home court advantage when his Cleveland Cavaliers faced the Celtics in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Remarkably, the Cavs held a 2-1 series lead before LeBron suffered a shocking collapse, culminating in their loss to the Celtics. In Games 4, 5, and 6, LeBron averaged just 21 points per game on a paltry 34% shooting from the field, with a disastrous net rating of -37. The Cavaliers, once in the driver's seat with a 2-1 lead, failed to win another game in the series. Yet, the narrative conveniently shifts to the notion that LeBron lacked sufficient support.
Oh, and also teammate Delonte West and LeBron's mom, Gloria, may or may not have been getting nice, but let's focus on the not enough help part of this.
In this series, LeBron James averaged nearly 27 points per game, while the other top 3 scorers on his team in that series were 27-year-old Mo Williams, a former All-Star, 33-year-old Antoine Jamison, a 2-time All-Star who had averaged 21 points and 9 rebounds in his previous 5 seasons, and 37-year-old Shaquille O'Neal, a 15-time All-Star. This trio, with an average age of 32, had a combined 18 All-Star appearances but managed to contribute just 39 points per game on 45% shooting from the field in the series against Boston. In stark contrast, the 2010 NBA Finals between the Lakers and Celtics was a grueling 7-game defensive battle. Kobe Bryant, averaging just under 29 points per game, led the Lakers alongside his primary supporting cast, 29-year-old Pau Gasol, a 6-time All-Star, 30-year-old Ron Artest, a former All-Star 7 years prior to the series, and 35-year-old Derek Fisher, who never earned an All-Star nod during his 20-year career. This trio, with an average age of 31, had a mere 7 All-Star appearances between them but managed to contribute 38 points per game on 42.5% shooting. Contrary to popular belief, LeBron actually had comparable, if not more, support than Kobe Bryant. Yet, he faltered and lost the series in 6 games, despite holding a 2-1 series advantage before losing 3 consecutive games. Kobe, on the other hand, triumphed in a series where his Lakers trailed 3-2, needing to win the final 2 games. It's worth noting that the Lakers averaged just 90 points per game in that series, with Kobe accounting for nearly a third of his team's scoring. In Game 7, often scrutinized for Kobe's 6 of 24 shooting, he still managed to score 23 points in a game his team won 83-79. The Lakers, collectively, shot just 32.5% from the field, emphasizing the defensive intensity of that era. Kobe Bryant, true to his character, found a way to win because he was a quintessential winner. He led both teams in scoring for Game 7 and topped the charts in fourth-quarter points. Across the entire series, he averaged 29 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, despite his team's meager offensive output of 90 points per game. Kobe outscored all other players in the series by a significant margin, a feat LeBron James has achieved only once in his 10 career finals appearances, during the 2014 series against the San Antonio Spurs, which ended in a 4-1 defeat, the most lopsided finals in NBA history in terms of point differential. Kobe accomplished this same feat a year earlier when he led the Lakers to victory against the Orlando Magic in the finals. Michael Jordan, the basketball legend, matched this achievement 3 times from 1991 to 1993. This series should rightfully be celebrated as one of the greatest finals ever, marking the pinnacle of NBA playoff history. However, it has often been unfairly criticized. In contrast, instances of LeBron James underperforming in those same playoffs against the same team, despite being the league MVP and having comparable supporting casts, tend to be overlooked. It's true that LeBron has received more media accolades and that his stats benefited from a different system and a league perceived as easier since 2016. Nonetheless, a closer examination makes it clear who truly reigned as the dominant force in the 2000s.
Thanks for tuning in.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Mamba Moments for more thrilling debates, stories, what-if moments, historical feats, and anything else you'd like to know about the Lakers legend. Hit the notification bell, like, and share your favorite moments in the comments. Your support keeps us going. Subscribe, like, share, and let's make history together.